It is another amazing Wednesday to come your way today and add value to your day. My name hasn't changed. It is still the amiable Inuarata no Sahai. And this morning, the topic of my conversation with you is 5 benefits of psychological safety in the workplace. 5 benefits of psychological safety in the workplace. There are so many benefits, but as time we allow on this segment of TMI, we'll be looking at 5 of them. Now, psychological safety in the workplace is that situation or condition whereby employees, team members are not afraid to express themselves. They are not afraid to contribute their ideas. They are not afraid to contribute their innovation, for the advancement of the organization or the advancement of the system. They are not afraid, to make their opinions known, make their views known. They are not afraid of being embarrassed. They are not afraid of being shamed. They are not afraid of their psychology or their emotion or their self-esteem taking a hit because, they were expressive of their ideas, they were expressive of their opinion and of their views. That is a psychologically safe environment. And that's why, this morning we are looking at 5 benefits of psychological safety in the workplace. 5 benefits of psychological safety in the workplace. The number 1 benefit we are looking at this morning is that psychological safety boosts employee confidence and engagement. Yes, that's what it does. Psychological safety boosts employee, confidence and engagement. And one way it does this is that it gives them the psychological balance to the emotional balance to be able to take initiatives to solve workplace workplace challenges, because there is that atmosphere, there is that environment that allow people to be expressive, and so because of that kind of situation, because of that kind of atmosphere, employees, team members are able to take initiatives concerning, organizational issues, concerning team problems, concerning team issues, and that at the end of the day becomes very beneficial for the system, and for the organization. A psychologically safe environment or workplace even make passive employees to become active contributors of value to the advancement of the organization. That is one benefit from, when you have a psychologically safe environment. We are looking at 5 benefits of psychological safety in the workplace. The second one is that psychological safety encourages innovation and creative problem solving. Very important. Remember what psychological safe environment is. That environment where employees and team members are not ashamed to express themselves. They are not ashamed or afraid of bringing their own value, their views and opinions to the table. They know they will not be embarrassed. They know that they will not be shamed. They know that their self-esteem or emotion will not take a negative hit. And a benefit of that is that the psychological safety encourages innovation. It encourages creative problem solving. That is one thing it does. Because of that openness for people to express themselves, you see a situation whereby employees are not afraid, to question existing methodologies with better approach that will bring better results for the organization, and the team. And that, at the end of the day, is what, employers and, team leaders are actually looking for. Team members that will have the confidence to be able to come up with innovation, come up with ideas, that will make the way things are done to become better, yield better results for the system, than things are able to move to the next level of growth. The third benefit of psychological safety in a workplace is that psychological safety reduces workplace mistakes. Very important. Psychological safety reduces workplace mistakes. Now, there is openness. People can express themselves. People are not afraid to point out observations about how things are going on in the system. So as a result of that, mistakes are reduced to the barest minimum. Now, when mistakes are reduced, what that means is that loss is reduced. And when loss is reduced, profit is maximized. So because of that platform of employees being able to express themselves, they're able to communicate their views, their perspective. When things are going wrong in the system, these employees are not afraid to draw attention to it. They are not afraid to point it out. And at the end of the day, that saves the system. It saves the organization from big losses. It saves the organization from, minor issues that will, kind of grow to become very big issues that will result to losses and even maybe sometimes business closure for the organization or the system. So the third benefit is that psychological safety reduces workplace mistakes. Then the fourth one is that psychological safety reduces employee turnover. Yes. Now, a workplace that is psychologically unsafe, a workplace that is psychologically unsafe, one thing about it is that it's full of toxicity. There is this toxicity in the system that makes, amazing people, people with amazing talent, people with, super talent, people with super expertise, because of the toxicity, the stress, the acrimony, the conflict in the system, it gets to a level, they just tender their resignation and they go away. But if a workplace has psychological safety, if a workplace is psychologically safe, people will want to remain there, people will want to work there, because why? There is that platform, there's that opportunity for them to express themselves, there's that opportunity for them to release their potential to the very peak, there's that opportunity for them to, release their expertise to the very, very peak, and at the end of the day, it is for the good of the system, and good hands, great hands are, retained. But like I said just now, if the environment, if the workplace is not psychologically safe, good hands are lost. So one amazing benefit of, psychological safety to an organization, to a system, is that it results to retaining good and it reduces employee turnover. Then the last one this morning, remember we are looking at 5 benefits of psychological safety in a workplace. The first one, I said psychological safety boosts employee confidence and engagement. The second one, psychological safety encourages innovation and creative problem solving. The third one, psychological safety reduces workplace mistakes. And when mistakes are reduced, profits is maximized. Then the fourth one is that psychological safety reduces employee turnover. When people see that they have a workplace, an environment where they can express themselves, where they will not be always embarrassed, where they will not be shamed, they would like to stay in that place, even when there are other organizations that may be tempting them with better pay offer, they still, want to remain in that place where there is psychological safety, because everything is not always all about, money, as, it is popularly said. People just also want a place where, they know that their self-esteem is preserved, they have opportunity to bring their A game to the table, and then they are also celebrated as a result of that. The fifth one is psychological safety strengthens customer service. Very powerful. Now, psychological safety ensures that there is emotional and psychological stability, in the workplace. It ensures that employees are emotionally stable. It ensures that employees are psychologically stable. Now, if you have employees with unstable emotions or unstable psychology attending to your customers, they are going to attend to those customers with not so pleasant attitude that may result to customer loss. But if there is that emotional stability, that psychological stability, as a result of the psychological safety of the workplace, as a result of that kind of psychological safety of the workplace, we are going to see a situation whereby these employees that have that emotional balance, that psychological balance, we are going to see a situation whereby they relate with customers with pleasant attitude. During their interface with the customers, they are able to exhibit, amazing, pleasant dispositions that will make the customer to continue to come back for repeated patronage. In other words, the customer will be retained. This is so important. I have just looked at 5 benefits of psychological safety in the workplace. And the first one, psychological safety boosts employee confidence and engagement. The second one, psychological safety encourages innovation and creative problem solving. The third one, psychological safety reduces workplace mistakes. The fourth one, psychological safety reduces employee turnover. The concluding one, I said psychological safety strengthens customer service. There are so many benefits that psychological safety in a workplace brings, but as time has allowed us this morning, we have been able to look at 5, and you can run very well with that 5. So as an employee, as a team leader, as a CEO, it is very important you do everything to ensure psychological safety in your work environment in order for you to retain good hands and retain customers and have a workplace that mistakes are reduced to the barest minimum, and then things are moving from one point to the next level of growth for your business and your organization. I believe, and I know very well, that profound value have been added to you this morning. It's always good you contact me as you have been doing through my email, inuarata@gmail.com. Send your inquiries, send your questions, and provide answers to you. And, we just keep making sure that we build a better workplace for you, build a better workplace for our country and the world in general. I'll be seeing you next week, Wednesday. And when I return, my name will still remain the amiable Inuarata No Sahai. Your day is so blessed. Thank you.